This early childhood education class has given me extensive resources and information on how to become a teacher who understands, respects, and motivates her students. Because of this class, I feel I'm now more prepared to take on the challenges I may face in my own future classrooms. There are plenty elements of this class that will stick with me and provide me continuous support throughout my years as a teacher. Thank you, Christy Peary, for everything you have taught us, all the encouragement you provided, and for helping us better understand how to become teachers who will help their students succeed. This class was majorly focused around the idea of developmentally appropriate practice, or DAP. This stresses the importance of education being altered towards the needs of individual students based on their age, experiences, abilities, and interests. Every student will be interested in learning different things, and every student will learn in different ways, so teachers will need to have the ability to modify environments and experiences to meet individual needs of their students. Another important component of DAP is that the activities and lessons students can participate in need to incorporate hands-on involvement. Something I gained from this segment of the course is that activities presented to the class should not have a single outcome. Students should be motivated to be creative with every activity they are completing, especially in early childhood education. This course introduced me to people who played an important role in creating and developing the early childhood education system. We learned about Maria Montessori, Patty Smith Hill, John Locke, Elizabeth Palmer Peabody, and many more. I liked that this aspect of the class was presented to us by other students. Each historical roots presentation was different from another, and they all provided the class with adequate information. Thanks to these mini projects, I understand different teaching philosophies and know things I will want to incorporate in my own classroom, including Montessori's methods of inclusion, Hill's progressive teaching, and Peabody's transcendentalism. I also enjoyed learning about Locke's empirical theory. I think this will stick with me because I too believe that education is crucial for the social and moral development of students. Implementing a morning meeting was probably my favorite part of this class. I loved having the opportunity to work with a group to create the components of our own meeting, and it was really enjoyable to participate in everyone else's group meetings as well. I now have a better understanding of what to incorporate in my own classroom one day, including a greeting, an opportunity for sharing, a small activity the class can participate in as a group, and a morning message. I also love that there are ways to alter morning meetings so they can be directed towards numerous different grade levels. This was the stressful part of the year, making those creative lesson plans. I think everyone can agree this assignment was way harder than originally anticipated, but I think we can also agree that it was an incredible learning experience. Due to the feedback we received from Christy and our corresponding teachers, we now understand just how difficult it may be to craft different lessons in our own classrooms. Personally, this was the assignment that helped the relationship with my CT develop. I continuously worked with her and revised my lesson a total of 6 times. It was tricky and sometimes frustrating, but I now know what to consider when creating my lesson plans in the future. The template for this lesson plan is one I'm sure I will reference for many years to come. The activity for presenting transitions was fun and will be incredibly useful for me in my future classroom. Each of my classmates introduced songs, breathing activities, and dances I wish had been implemented in the classrooms I was growing up in. This mini project was entertaining, and I certainly gained something from each transition that was presented. The final thing introduced to me by this 372 class is just how important it is to build a classroom community. As a teacher, it will be my responsibility to continuously use a positive and encouraging tone towards my students. I will also need to have supportive relationships with my students as well as a significant relationship with the families of my students. This class taught me ways to manage my future classrooms that will help the school day run smoothly and keep my students interested in learning. From our readings, I know that the physical setting, schedule, routine, and transition for the classroom can impact my students' growth and development. Something that will benefit them is having an environment where they feel they have a voice, so they can express what they are feeling and whatever difficulties they may be facing. I have gained so much from this course, and I plan to reinforce all of the information I've been given when I'm a teacher one day. This class solidified my teaching philosophies, opened my eyes to the importance of differentiation, and taught me how to meet the individual needs of all my students. Because of what this class has provided me, I know I will be a positive role model to my students, and I will help them succeed. Thanks again, Christy, for everything. Shout out to our cohort. Boom.